Hey there, Baden 320 Principles of Marketing students. I'm Mark Walters, and welcome to a new semester of marketing. And this class is actually the Introduction to Marketing course, but it's called Principles of Marketing. So we're going to cover today is basically, what's this class about? What are some of the big ideas you're going to get across to you over this entire semester? Because I know when you think of a principles course, you're like, oh, it's going to be boring, it's not worth it. Why am I even here? Why should I take this? I'm going to be this major, and I'm not going to be a marketing major. Well, I'm going to do my best for everyone to understand that marketing is something that helps out all types of business. If you're an accountant, you got to know how to entice people to come to your accounting service versus somebody else. I mean, why do people pay 10, 20, 100,000 times more money to go to Ernst & Young versus doing their taxes at Walmart? So we got to think about these things. Or maybe you're a theater major and you want to run a theater. Well, how do we draw people in? How do we know what plays to put on or musicals to put on? That's marketing. And so what marketing does, it really solves problems and it figures out what are the issues in the market that we need to deal with, what do customers want, what do we develop for them, how do we talk to them, how do we communicate with them, and it is one of those really cool things. And what I want to do in this class is help you get ready for the real world. So no matter what project you're doing, what major you have, no matter what your future holds, I want you to realize that marketing can help you, because you're gonna have to sell yourself, right? You're gonna have to sell yourself to get that job, to sell that product, to get people to buy into what you're doing and things like that. And so one of the things I like to do is I like to think of it this way. It's my job to get you ready for the real world. If I don't get you ready for the real world stuff when you come out of my class, I failed you. Okay, not failed you like an F, because I know some people freak out with a failed word, okay? But what I mean is, it's my job to prepare you for the real world. So I'm gonna be using lots of real world examples from my life, from the life you see out there in the real world, these kind of things, so you have a better idea of, this is how marketing works. Okay, so we'll talk about things like strategic marketing. So how do we analyze a market? How do we figure out, what are the problems in the market? What do we need to change? What do we need to do in terms of ourselves, our competition? What can we learn from them? Things like that. How do we talk to clients? We'll talk about that. We're gonna look at how do consumers behave? How do we adjust their behavior? Supply chain management. What are we gonna do with the logistics? How do I make sure that pizza can be there in 30 minutes or less? Because that freaky fast delivery at Jimmy John's isn't something that just happens. You have to think about it and plan for that. We're going to talk about advertising, of course. We're going to talk about all kinds of different parts out there, new product development. How do they know what's going to be going in the newest iPhone or the newest Samsung or things like that? So we talk about all kinds of different issues like this to get people to understand it's all the different facets where marketing comes in to our world, okay? So it's not just a telemarketer and an advertiser. Oh, no, there's a lot more to it, okay? Now, in terms of what we're gonna be doing in the class, it's mostly lectures, okay? If you're doing the online class, you have the online lectures, okay? If you have the face-to-face class, you'll get to see my pretty face, every Tuesday and Thursday. And what I'll do is basically lecture series with examples. I'll try to call on you and things like that. But with 600 students in the class, sometimes people don't like to talk back, but we'll try. In terms of how you're going to be graded in the class, well, usually there's 3 exams, okay? And they're not cumulative. It's just the exams for the first part, exam for the middle part, and exam for the last part. We do not do a final in this class. I repeat, we do not have a final. I say that all the time, and people still say, hey, Professor Walters, when's the final? I'm like, first off, just call me Mark. Second off, we don't do a final, okay? So we don't have that. So you have those 3 exams. Now, depending what type of class you're taking, there's gonna be other points. So if you're in the face-to-face class, we have attendance points. So yes, you do have to come to class, because not everything's in the summary videos that I put out to help you study, and not everything's in the slides. You need to have some more of that information. So you need to come to class. And I don't take attendance every day. It's like every 3rd day. We do it like 10 to 12 or 13 times a semester, that's all. But you need to come, because that's worth about 11% of your grade if you're in the face-to-face class. Then we have a syllabus quiz. And the syllabus quiz is, no matter what exam or what class you're taking, the syllabus quiz it counts about 5%. And that is basically so you know all the questions, like when are the exams, what are the homeworks, what are the things we need to do, how do I get in contact with Mark, these kind of things. So I don't have a million emails of the exact same thing. When's the first exam? When's the first exam? Oh, you already know because you took the syllabus quiz. So hint, hint, that's one of the questions on there, okay? And then you have 3 exams, okay? The face-to-face class, each exam is worth 28%, and there are 50 multiple choice questions. Pretty straightforward. There's practice exams in the back of the book, and we go through them in class, okay? So you'll be ready, all right? Now, if you're doing the online class, you have the 3 exams, the syllabus quiz, and then we also have, oh, it's getting a little windy. We also have some mini simulations that you're going to do, so those will count in your points. So if you want to see how the grades break down and the percentages, look in the syllabus online, and it'll tell you what you need to know. So, because I know some people want to make sure, it's like, how many points do I need for this, or what do I need to have? So look at those percentages. And one thing you should know about my class, compass points do not tell you anything. Look at the grade and then look at the percentage that it's worth in the syllabus, and that's going to give you a better understanding of where your grade is. And if you do have questions about your grade, you can always contact me and we can set up a time to talk about your grades, your exams. And after the exams, if you're not happy with it, come see me. We can look and see what you missed and things like that, and we can talk about it all the time, okay? So it's no problem. If you want to come see me, I have office hours. Just check the syllabus when the office hours are. But if you can't make it, because I know you all are busy, I'm busy, we'll find a way to get together. And sometimes I'll do a live feed for the students. So if you have questions that way, you can tweet at me at @WaltersWorld. You can email me at mwalter@illinois.edu. You can find me on our social media channels, all kinds of stuff. But I'll try to help you out however I can, because I mean, I want to help you learn better about marketing, okay? Now, other things you might want to know in terms of how the semester breaks down. Basically, the first exam covers 4 topics, okay? You've got basically strategic marketing, digital marketing, knowing the marketing environment and stuff like that, and just basics of marketing, okay? The second one focuses on a little more in-depth kind of stuff, like new product development, segmentation, targeting, positioning, so how you divide up the market and things like that. Branding, you know, why do we name it, USA Air versus United Air or whatever? How do we decide those things? There's that. And then the third one is kind of a mix. We've got supply chain management, we've got pricing, advertising, all kind of mixed together. And since they are kind of different, that's why I don't mix the exams up. That's why they're standalone exams for each one of those, okay? So we have that. Anyway, I just want to say welcome to the class. Good luck. I hope you have a fun semester. I look forward to seeing you in class or online. Feel free to contact me anytime. I always like to help out my students. And if you do get a chance to go to Montevideo, that's the cathedral behind me. It is pretty amazing inside, but it's a really cool town to check out. Awesome architecture, by the way. Like, awesome. They got all kinds of Art Deco stuff. Just really cool. Anyway, I'll say bye from Montevideo and have a great semester. Bye.